Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up this series coming into the winter of 1971 because it's the 23rd of November. And first I want to start with an apology in the sense that for probably about the next week there's going to be quite a substantial disruption to my release schedule because I've developed tendonitis in my right wrist, and at the moment it's all strapped up and it's quite painful to use the mouse. So what I'm going to be doing in the next upcoming week is trying to get some videos out, but there'll probably be only one video a day, and they're going to be a little bit shorter than they normally are. And hopefully I'll be able to keep the series running forward, but with a reduced rate. Before we get into actually any gameplay on here, I'll say a big thank you for your comments and feedback. As usual, you guys have given me a lot of things to think about. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about some of your comments throughout the video rather than do them all at the beginning. And what I want to start on is in this area here, because in the last part we were planning the infrastructure to support the aluminium industry here. And my original plan for this video was to lay out the aluminium industry here, but if I show you here, the buildings are very big, and to get some of these placed is going to require a little bit of terraforming, and to be honest, I can't do that at the moment. I just want to talk a little bit about what my plans are. And what I'm looking at is to have the main aluminium production here, and then as you can see is possibly squeezing the alumina plant in here with a view to have the bauxite processing here connecting up to the mines. And somebody did ask about why I've kind of squashed up all my loading into this area here, and the reason is I wanted space along here for a train platform here, because eventually I would like to bring in workers from this area into here. So in the same way as I've done a connection like this, I'd like to do a connection here running into here without keep the trains distance apart, because I think one of the classic mistakes I often see people doing when they're playing is they don't allow enough space between junctions, and then they put a great big long train in, and then they wonder why they're getting blockages on these lines here. So that was my plan, and this is something that I do need to plan going forward. Now up here we've got quite a lot of workforce, and I want to do a few things in this area. And one thing I have realized, and I did consider putting a warehouse here, but what I want to do here is put in a warehouse and a cargo, partly for as a forward supply base for food and clothes, but at the same time I think I would also like to be able to get mechanical components, electrical components up here in the long term to drive the construction process. So we're going to get this in here about there. We put this in about there. I mean, it's going to push back a little bit into the town, but I think it'd be okay. I'm just going to allocate you to, we'll put you on expansion. Road crew can deal with this. In fact, I'll probably put Hellas construction on as well, get this built, because I'm gonna have to start to scale back some of my construction at the moment because I'm not building up money, and I really need money to get things done. And at the moment I'm also building this. I think this has been expansion construction. Also put a few roads out here because I've put in the heating here, but I've got very much close to the limit of the heating in this area. You can see this only produces 275 cubic meters of hot water, and these are 100 each. So effectively I've got 2 in here, which keeps this going on maximum drain. But to be able to expand this city more, I'm going to need to put another heating plant up here. I also want to heat this area here, and I don't really want to use the coal because the coal is limited not until we got large supplies. So what I'm thinking in this area is if I come to mods and we go to heating plant here, thinking about putting a really big one in here, wood heating plant here. So we're gonna have to get a logging industry going in this area, so that what will happen is that this heating will provide a little bit more heating to this area, but more importantly it will send the core heating over to here as well. Now, something else I've got is I've got a lot of over 21s, but I felt like before I started the video, I moved some up to here. And one thing I would like to do is get some more workers into here. And I'm relying on the fact that we may get some spare workers in this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a minibus here. I think we'll buy it with dollars. In fact, I could probably go, I'm not sure if I get... yeah, a lot of these buses are big, and I don't want to take too many people away from here. So I think if we buy a minibus here, in fact, I think I'll set up a proper route here. Now, the idea behind this is to provide supplementary workers to the coal mine, because the coal mine is starting to get a little bit overextended now. So we'll call you expansion coal workers. I'll just accept that, and then I'll just get over here, find the vehicle depot. I was hoping to get a lot of this done before winter kicked in, but I actually badly mistimed it. So we're gonna set you to pick up workers here and drop them off at Hallis bus stop there, and then we'll just release you. And what that should do is get a smaller number of workers in here just to keep this coal mine going, because eventually we're going to need to pull coal from here as part of the aluminium production. I think that finishes off this area here, and I'm just going to come down to here. And the next problem, again, so many of you guys have kind of had a go at me over this, and I'm quite happy to accept that I've messed this up a little bit. So what I've actually got here is 4 normal heat exchangers, each pulling off 300 cubic meters, and the output of this at maximum is, I think, 1050. So this heating system is a little bit overloaded, which may give me some problems. So we've still got quite a lot of workers, and I think I am actually getting escapees. So I think maybe I need to pull over some more over 21s. The over 21s are becoming a little bit of a pain in the neck actually at the moment. And I think they're all concentrated in Gosport at the moment. So I think if we pull them from this area here, I've already sent a lot up to Expansion City. So I think this lot, I think we're going to send to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 80. I think this is all full. 90. Maybe we'll just push in a few more so that we create a surplus here, like that. So what I did before I started the video, I was kind of thinking where I can put another heating plant, and I actually like it down in this area here. So what we're going to do is drop another heating plant in here. Let me just come in here. And originally I was going to put a small one in, but I think we might as well go a whole 9 yards here and put in a big one. So we're just going to put a heating plant in here, like this. Ow. And we're going to get you down to there. And of course we're going to allocate you to, I think we'll put you on the Havant Road crew. Actually, we're going to double these up quite a lot now. What I would like to do is put the coal yard over here somewhere. Say about here. Because of course we're going to need an aggregate store to keep this supplied. Put a small one in there. And what I'd like to do is, oh, that'd be nice if I could do that. Do that in one go. It worked as well. Wow, that's brilliant. Now we've got this road going this way. I want to go. Well, I suppose I can have 2 roads doing the same thing here. So we'll just come in here like this. Again, we're going to put this on the, what's with these cross, haven't, a road crew. And then to kind of get closer to this area here, what I would like to do is get here, gravel construction, and we want truck aggregate unloading. Well, that's going to be a little bit skewy iffy over that way, isn't it? But I could probably do it that way, like that. Then we'll just allocate you in as well. The Havant road crew and the Feast road crew. Hopefully what we're going to do is build this through. And what I would like to do is actually connect one of these, probably this one, to this heating plant. We've got the distribution office there, so we're okay, but we've got nothing in it at the moment. We're just going to let the game run forward a little bit. So we're okay there. Just a bit of an update of what's going on in Gosport. Down here, I should have some workers in here. Okay, where's my workers gone? Oh, it is. I think the bus is just arriving. I thought I'd allocated some workers to here. Oh, they're out like cutting some trees down. It's just got no one to collect the logs. But what I would like to do is get some logs coming into here, and then eventually these logs will supply my chemical industry. But at the moment, what I'm more interested in is, oops, I just want to change something here as well. These guys are just coming in here. What I want to do is change this to the Soviet border. I feel I need more cash coming into here, so we're just going to remove you because I need the rubles. So what we're going to do, actually I don't want, it's tourists, isn't it? And any made a mistake there, because I'm not building up the rubles to be able to expand, and this is one of the reasons why I'm going to be having to limit what I'm doing. So I think what we're going to do is change to Soviet tourists now, just to try and keep this area going. I'm just kind of trying to work out why. Now we've got a few workers coming in here. There's supposed to be a little minibus floating around here at the moment. What we should do then is get these guys bringing the logs in. I presume they're out and about somewhere. Yeah, I think it's just a question of getting the workers. There we are. So we've got full load of workers now in here. Just want to make sure this distribution office is set up. And what this distribution office is going to take the logs to here for us to be able to export it. Now, one of the things I want to do to make some money is actually get this building up and running, even though not everything here has actually been built, although that is now finished. So I need to get this connected into there as well. Get this assigned to. I'm going to use the construction offices to work with the road crews. I'm a bit worried about that little bit of road there. What's up with this? I think these guys probably need a construction office, provide a bit of support as well. But what I'll do is I'll use the Gosport road crew for this. Now the problem is going to be is bringing the steel in. I could pinch some steel from here, but that would, and then bring it over to here, which I suppose could be an option. But the other option is that to bring steel in all the way from over here using a single. I mean, I've got a single open hole here because I don't want to start importing large quantities of steel because it will effectively bankrupt me. So I think what we're going to do is hook you there. And we're only going to bring in like relatively small quantities of steel at first to get this kind of primed and up and running, I think, at the moment. So if I come into here, what's the... And say we deliver, say, 50% steel. What's 50%? So storage here is 20 tons, so I think that will work. Next thing we're going to need here is a bus to get down to here. And of course what we're going to do is bring the workers in from here. We've got loads of workers. And I think that's partly what's causing the problem with the escapees as well, is that they've got no work. And what we got here? What's this? Got a microbus here. Why are you... Got a small microbus here. I don't really want a microbus on this route. Let's just set this up. This is going to be a long-term route. So we're just going to come down to here. And we're just going to call this Portsmouth Mech Workers. Set that. And I think I've really... Why are you there? Okay, let's just launch you. I don't know where you're going. What route you think you're on. You must have a route allocated. Oh well, we'll just let them run and see how it goes. Route are you actually on? Pause and just take a look. Gosport Lower. Where are you? Ah, it's this one. Okay. So what I actually did is I created the route, set up the microbus and didn't do it. I'm going to call you Gosport Logs. Stop. And we'll just get back to that was in back out again and just get back over to here. Just close that off. We don't need that just now. And I think I'll go spend some more dollars. And as many of you guys keep telling me, I need faster buses. Oh, look at that, 105, 95 pass. Oh yeah, I think we'll go with that. And just hook you up to there. And you're going to pick up workers here. And you're going to unload workers here. And we'll just get you running. Get the game running forward slowly. I think we'll rename you Portsmouth Mech Line Factory. The other thing I've just remembered is that I want to stop importing mechanical components. Now I should have mechanical components in here because the Gosport construction office is drawing off of this, and eventually it will run out. And we've got mechanical components down here, which the other ones are drawn off. Can't remember. I think it's this distribution office here. So you need to take this out here, and we'll take the mech out of there, because eventually the construction offices will be coming to here. But first we need to get a little bit of production going here. We got some vehicles here. I think for the moment we're just you're gonna load mechanical components, and I think we're just going to export them for the moment. And we're export mechanical components. If we set this to say 20%, because it's all about making money at the moment. The output here is 17. Maybe it needs to be a bit higher. So maybe we'll make this to say 50%. So if any mechanical components here that are manufactured, but that should save me money because I should stop importing mechanical components. Now something else I was looking at, and I can't remember if I've actually done it or not. Let me just have a look here. I think I actually did do it. What I've done is I've created a line from here. Again, it's using a 25-seater minibus or maxi bus, because what I'm trying to do is get more workers into here so that we can get more clothes production, because clothes are getting a little bit limited at the moment over here. So we got this going here. Ooh, what we got here? Portsmouth Road crew are working on them. Missing concrete. What's the issue with concrete? Now, I did have an issue with this, and maybe some of you guys will answer this. What I actually did is I put this on here, and then these trucks stopped delivering to them. Now, so I don't know whether this is broken or not, but it says here, cannot mix dry bulk materials. So I'm not exactly too sure how, because if you set this here, like that, it's almost like you've got to reduce this down or remove one or something like that, but it doesn't work the same way as a normal say an aggregate store where you choose the thing. So I think there's actually a bug in this cement store. I mean, if any of you guys have experienced that, feel free to tell me. How are we doing here? So kind of building things going. Apologies, we're going to be playing at slow speed throughout this video because there's so many things I want to do that I just don't want the game to run away. Now, the next thing I need to get in here is over here, because if I show you, we've got a fire station over here. If I kind of zoom out and go over there, you'll see that we don't have fire cover for this corner here. So I do need to get in some fire cover over here, and I'm thinking just in about here, because that would be about the right distance from the thing. So we're going to put in a fire station out here. I mean, there's no other workers here, so we can literally send the bus to the fire station here. I want to make sure this gets allocated, so we're going to give this to the Avant crew. And again, I'm going to start allocating some of this to construction offices, because what I don't want to do is start building a lot of this stuff in, because I'm not going to be using it. So I don't really want to expend resources building this, especially steel. So I'm kind of, what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to suspend the construction on that and other buildings around here, because I'm not going to be using it. So what's the point of building it? And at the moment it's kind of draining away my cash, and I'd rather them to be a bit more focused on here. Something else I want to put in is based on a comment someone posted and was talking about radios, and I thought, well, this is going to be a big city, so I want to put in a radio station here. Let me just take a look here. Again, it's ancillary equipment. Where's the radio station? Wow, that's big. I think that's one thing that does annoy me a bit with this game, is the fact that, and you get buildings like this that they don't seem to, you know, they're a bit too big. I think we're gonna have to go to mods. I don't know where the radio station would be in here, is it? What we got? What do you call it? Broadcasting. There we are. I mean that would be quite a nice little. So I think we'll just slip that in there like that. I mean, it's in a spot which won't actually, well, you know, which is I won't be using for anything else. So I think we'll just let the game run and see if it'll get auto detected. If not, yeah, it is. Haven't road crew. Yeah, thank you. So we'll get a radio station in there. I know it's going to add more demand for my heating. How are we doing? We seem to have stopped the escapees because we've actually effectively got rid of the over 21s. Let's see if we get workers down here. Not yet, because of course it's winter. The other thing I also need to do is get in some tech offices, but it's a bit late now, so I'll plan that later on. So we've got the fire station here. The next area I want to think about is up here, because I've been looking at this island here and seeing what use I can put it to. So I'm kind of looking at this and I'm thinking of farm, but I'm also going to need a construction office out here, because at the moment I can't really build anything. In fact, I could probably do with a vehicle office out here, because what I'd like to do is bring the power across here and then bring a power line down into here to put to reinforce this area. But if I show you here, if I come up here, we'll do it with a road vehicle depot. You can see it says I really need to get a road vehicle depot out here, so I need to plan a farm in here somehow. Let me just see. I mean, if I put the medium fields So can I get... We can get 3 there. Can't see very well at the moment. We'll plan it with... Do we run the road through there? You can't do that one. Okay. That's annoying. We can hook those 2 together. Let's do it the opposite way round. If I take out that and hook you across like that, sometimes it would do that. And the question is, if I can get a road under here like that, so we've got a kind of gravel road coming through there, and you'll probably get maybe another won't get a medium field in there, but we can get a small. When I get a couple of small fields there, of course we're going to need to bring a road down through here. Say for argument's sake, I can get a field here. Say another field there. Got a road there. If we put a field there, and can't see the gravel road. You can come through to... Oh, we're building in gravel now, but that's okay. I'm sure the boys will pick it up, and then we can put some more there. So we can't build above the line, and that's true. I need to get a power line down here. So I'm kind of thinking we just try a field. We can get a field there. I think maybe we'll put the utility area in here. So if I can actually just put the farm in. Put the farm in about here. It's got to be green because we can't put anything in here. Where's the road gone? There's the road. So say we put the farm in here. Now somebody did say that I was wasting crops by connecting a silo to it, so I'm going to try something a little bit different with this farm. We're just going to put the farm in with no connection to the silo. We're also going to need a gas station here. So maybe we need to bring this road down like that a bit and just punch you in. And I think for the moment what we'll do is we'll just put the... This is a trolley bus depot. Why am I building a trolley bus depot? What do I need here? Do I need a road vehicle depot or do I need a construction office? Can I get a construction office in here? Say something like that. If I put the construction office in here... So we've got a construction office there. And we're just going to assign you to the Havant Road crew. Oops. Okay. They've detected it anyway. Now, I'm not going to be developing this too quickly. But what we'll do, because what I really want is this construction office in. Once the construction office is in, what I'll probably do is put in a... Not that. Need a fire station out here as well, don't I? I mean, it's a bit of a long way to send workers. Maybe we can put a fire station about here. When that would cover this area here, wouldn't it? So say for argument's sake, I put a fire station about here. Actually, I've sort of no, can't do it that way. You can do it that way. Actually, no, I'd rather have the fire station about here. And what I'm considering is to have some distribution offices and put silos here as well. So we got this here. Where's the nearest gas station? We got a gas station where? Let me just have a look. Can't see with the buildings here. We've got a gas station there. And we've got no gas station in this corner, so I think what we're going to need to do is put in a gas station up here as well. So, on this side. Of course, we're not going to have any power here, which is going to be a problem. But because I need to get the power lines over, so it's a bit of a catch-22 situation. I need to build this in order to be able to level this to put a power transformer over here, which will then bring power down into this area, which I will then need to do to get everything working. So that's what I'm thinking, guys. So we're actually getting a bit of money coming in now, quite a lot of money actually, which is good, but I'm actually losing dollars, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful. Now, one of the reasons why I want to build up a cash reserve here, because I'd like to buy a boat. And I made a bit of a mistake, because what I did is the ship that I'm currently used to import steel can't ship out components. But what I would like to do is eventually is possibly get this. Where is it? Let me just find it. Let's just get up here. We're going to buy a riverboat, and what that will do is we're going to eventually this will be our export ship, and you can see this can ship out everything. And let me just see. I just want to see what how am I doing for exports. We're not exporting any components yet. And my imports. See, we're losing money at the moment from dollars, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. We got any workers in here? Okay, why have we got no workers? I've done it again. Okay. Not paying attention. What's it? I mean, I'm not too worried, because once that bus gets up there, and I mean, they're going to make short work of that. I mean, that's literally what, 1 day's production, so we're not kind of lost that much, is probably the polite way of saying it. So we got this going here, we got this going here. How's my heating going? In fact, how's the heating situation in here? We're not actually getting anyone saying that they're low heating at the moment, but I think what actually happens is the tanks drain down. So I do really need to get this done and up and running. Have you been detected by anything? No, you haven't. So what we're going to do is get the groundworks crew on this, on these buildings here. You working on that. Actually, we'll get Haven't Supply and groundworks on here. We're going to try and start using the, actually we'll get Haven't Supply on here as well. So we're going to get here. And then we can get all this built in here. I think we should be able to allocate this. We'll put, I think I'm going to put Gosport Construction on it, because I don't think they've actually got much to do at the moment. I want to go up and check the, I'll see if everything's okay up here. We'll get Hellas Construction and Expansion Construction on these. Hellas Construction, Expansion Construction on those. How about the road connection? Yeah, Gosport. Why is Gosport Road Crew on this? What's up with Hello Soap Road Crew? Why aren't you doing anything? I just want to check here. Generally, people seem to be happy uphill. Maybe not so happy. The 11 workers. Has the kindergarten filled up already? Yes, it has. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to need another kindergarten up here. It's one thing after another, isn't it? I think maybe we'll use the one of these. I mean, we could put this small one in here. I mean, that's got 18 workers. How much is that? So she got. I think what I will do is just sneak in this small one here, like that, on this corner, because we don't have a lot of space here. So I think we need to conserve that. Okay, expansion crew have picked that up. See what the workers are like in the coal mine. Yeah, I mean, we're still doing pretty well here. Because I'm a little bit worried about whether this will run out of coal. Because, of course, once we bring in another heating plant in, we're going to need even more coal. Let's have a look at the accommodation here. We've still got plenty of slack on the accommodation. Limit amount. Oops, no. What we're going to do is make this purely into... Well, I want to leave the one of them on so I can control the amount, so I can control the percentage. I'm just going to take you off here. I think we'll leave the crops. So that gives me 200 mechanical components. I think if I ever get to the point where I've got 200 mechanical components in here, it's going to be... I think if we take that to 130... What was the percentage I set this to? 50%. I think we'll reduce this down to about 65. And then we'll reduce you to 30% into here. And your pickup point is now going to be the warehouse. So we're getting a little bit running in here. As I say, I want to build this money up so that we can get another ship in here, but I just want to build that up a little bit higher. I'd like to get all this finished first. I think we're going to put you straight onto Havant Construction, and it's going to get you onto Havant Construction and Groundworks. Just get you built. Just check, make sure. I think is the groundworks finished here? Yes, it is. So we need to take you off and leave the supply crew on, and we'll put Havant Construction onto here. These guys haven't finished the road, but what we can get is should be able to get is Gosport Construction onto there. That's built, and we'll get Havant Construction on there, and we'll take off the groundworks, and we'll just set you to that. For some reason it wants to keep insisting on doing that, so we'll just leave him alone. What I would like to do is this one's connected, so this one is, I mean, we're in the middle of winter. Once we come out of winter, I'll run a pipeline to here so that the heating for this one will come from here. And then what we're going to need to do is plan in another heating plant here, so we get 3 large constructors there. So how much will it cost me? Buy a ship. Oh, not that one. See, a river cargo ship's 150,000. I think we can afford that. I'm going to go for it. And then what you're going to do is go to here. and your job is going to be to pick up all the mechanical components, and then you're going to go out to beyond the border and pick up those. Got a fire. Could be bad news in the middle of winter. What's up here? Well, we got our fire crew should be able on this, assuming that they've got end up selling the mechanical components I've got here. But I think what I can do is I've got here medium distribution office. What are you delivering here? What's a small warehouse? Oh, you're bringing electronics down. That's okay. I'll forgive you for that. You're bringing in electronics, so what are you shipping in then? Oh, so one's bringing electronics here, and then another one's shipping the electronics somewhere else. Okay. Oops, we've got building on fire again. Where's the fire this time? That's the brickworks. It should be okay. There's my fire crews. Oh, this could be a bit shaky. Nope, it's been dealt with. So we've now got the ability to export, but one thing I am going to need to do now is move my construction offices to mechanical components, custom cargo out. Mechanical components. I don't think you pick up mechanical components, no. You certainly need to pick up mechanical components. And we're going to go there. Eventually it will be on this cargo office here. These guys, I think I've allocated you to mechanical components as well. And I think Gosport is still on here. And we still got a few mechanical components there. Our ship's going out. Now I'm aware that we're not going to get that much in here at the moment, but it will all add up over time. Right, what I'm going to need to do now is actually stop because my wrist is hurting a little bit. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we will try and push out a little bit further. Maybe plan our farming area out here. Get this done. Start planning some of these buildings. And of course, start driving the economy again. The way my dollars are dropping, I may have to flip the tourists back to bringing in Western tourists. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.